There are two matchups in the NFL weekend that jump out to you straight off the page. And the first one that we're going to talk about is the Baltimore Ravens and Pittsburgh Steelers, the battle of the AFC North. And both these teams have winning records. These teams really do not like each other. And they are going to put themselves a show for us. Boys, what do you think is going to happen in this one? Because it is for sure going to be a very good game.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is like a big rivalry game of yesteryear and currently. It's kind of like we haven't seen the Steelers in this type of shape, looking this competent offensively for like a long time. So I think this is like a really good opportunity for them to, if there's almost like we are so back moment for the Steelers, it's most likely going to be this game. Now, just looking at like some of the matchups here, I think it's going to really fall down to like a few things on the offensive ball. On the offensive side, it's can the Steelers contain Derrick Henry? That's going to be what it's about. If they can stop him,
the Baltimore offense, right?
Yep.
Versus the Pittsburgh defense, yes.
Versus the Pittsburgh defense, like that's going to be huge because we all know Derrick Henry usually has his biggest part, yardage, usually in the third and fourth quarter. So he wears you down. So it's not just about keeping him contained for like a half of football. You've got to be like alert the whole game. And I'm going to add on to, yeah, go ahead.
So to add into that, right? Pittsburgh's defense against the run is fourth best in the league.
Yep.
Baltimore's defense against the run is the best in the league.
I'm not surprised. I mean, they got to go up against Henry every time in training camp.
So obviously, how the Baltimore offense manages to do against that stout run defense from Pittsburgh, right? That's what you're saying is one of the keys to the game. And the other key to the game, obviously, is on the other side of the ball, in which the Baltimore pass defense is the worst in the league.
They're going to be put to the test.
Against Russ, who seems to be playing all right.
Yeah, he's playing actually really well. I think he's playing like this is the Russ the Steelers wanted to get. Like they knew that if Russ just plays like this, he doesn't have to be the Russell Wilson of yesteryear. All he's got to do is make smart decisions, look after the football, and convert on third down. If he's consistently been doing that. You know, George Pickens is a big target. He's been getting like fairly emotional, crashing out in a few games. He can't do that.
Did you see the takedown?
Yeah, he can't be doing. He can't do this in this game.
He's a troubled kid, man. He's just like messing around.
What I'm saying is the referees know this, right? And they're going to be. They have in a meeting. So before a game, the refs go through. This could be a problem. That could be a problem. I guarantee they're mentioning what's that George Pickens kid. If he crashes out,
but just on George Pickens, right? Last 3 games, 91 yards, 74 yards, 111 yards. Those are the starts. Yeah, he's gonna eat in this game. We know this.
Yeah, he's gonna eat. But I just wanted to say a bit of like a football analogy. Mike Tomlin is the perfect coach for George Pickens, and I hope he can really mean because Pickens is quickly becoming the Mario Balotelli of the NFL.
Why always me?
like he does some of the weirdest stuff. Like he will hit somebody unprovoked, and I'm like,
what are you doing?
Was that really necessary, bro?
Yeah.
Like, you know. so they're gonna bring him in a little bit before he becomes Balotelli of the NFL, man.
Yeah. Now so if we look at the injury report, Kyle Hamilton is most likely going to be... Well, he's currently has not practiced, and we saw that he turned his ankle in that game last week. So whether or not he's going to be all right...
He won't be 100% though.
Yeah, it's going to be... Well, he was back at practice today, and he was looking pretty good moving around. But the thing is, when you're like in full go, it's whether you're able to like... Whether he's able to be full Kyle Hamilton, that's the thing, right? And then they also got Carl Van Noy back in practice as well today because he was out with an illness. But normally if they're ill earlier on the week, by the time the end of the week, happens, he should be perfectly fine to be playing. Other side of the ball, on the other side, currently do not practices. So it said Najee, but I would expect him to play. Highsmith, Dante Jackson, Van Jefferson, Michael Pritz. So nothing major in terms of the Steelers themselves.
Yeah, one thing I want to sort of add on to this, and this is like another element of this matchup, is TJ Watt. He has to generate more sacks, but here's the thing. It's very rare we get to see him sack or play against a QB like Lamar, who can punish you for a blind rush. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying TJ Watt's not capable, but it's going to be hard for TJ to catch Lamar lacking. Like, he's got his head on the swivel, and if it turns into like a foot race, Lamar's winning it. So you've really got to be disciplined. Like, it could be one of those games where you've kind of like, I mean, TJ's really good heading forward. So it's just one of those things. I think this is like a natural nullifier for him, because you can't just send the rush. If Lamar sees it and he sees a linebacker or an edge leave that bubble of space in the field, he's going to take it every single time.
So one thing that TJ Watt is actually very good, although, is keeping contained.
Yeah, well, he's going to have to.
All right. He keep it. Guess what? He's never sacked Lamar Jackson in his career.
Has he never sacked him in his career? That's very interesting stuff.
Yep, he's never sacked Lamar Jackson, ever.
How many times has Lamar been sacked this year?
I think 13.
13 times he's been sacked this year.
Yeah, he's been sacked a lot less. I think he and Josh Allen is 13, and I saw the stat today. And Kyler's 15 times. 8. So those three have been the lead sack.
Yeah, 13. He got sacked 3 times by the Cleveland defense. Again, divisional matchup.
But then Mark Garrett's a different type of beast, though.
Yeah.
Similar level, but...
Yeah, both completely and utterly elite, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is that TJ Watt's not only like in the sacking game, right? He's in the forced fumble game, and he has his innate ability to be able to get the ball out when it's needed in critical situations. He's got this just unbelievable ability to do that.
Hey, I think as a defense player, I might have to wind that back a little bit. You know, I think I might just put Myles Garrett just a hair above, because last week when they played the Browns this season, Myles Garrett got past 3 blockers to sack Lamar. There was 3 people.
I mean,
well, let's see what happens this weekend. But okay, so just an update on the injury reports. So Najee was a full participant today, because that's just come through, and Jalen Warren and CJ Henderson were the 2 players who did not practice on Thursday that fully practiced yesterday. So must be managing workloads, especially when we're getting towards this point in the season that tends to happen. And Van Jefferson and Dante Jackson were limited after missing practice yesterday, so it looks like teams are getting healthier. It's just whether, that's what we really want to see, actually. We really want to see both teams have all of their players available to them, and then us to have a matchup that is really true to the form of the AFC North, because we've got 2 very good teams there, and we're going to have a really fun one come Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, which is a really weird one, because nobody expected this game to be in that slot, but hey, that's what the schedulers have determined. But if you liked what we're talking about in this, please drop a subscribe, please drop a like on the video, and we'll catch everybody on the next one.